October 15th does not arrive quietly, Virgo. Tonight carries a vibration so charged it feels as though the stars themselves lean closer to whisper. Something is shifting in the atmosphere, a thinning of the veil that makes miracles nearer than they were yesterday. If you are reading these words, it is because you have been summoned into awareness. You were not drawn here by accident, but because the current of destiny is pulling you into alignment with what has long been prepared. The urgency of this night is not to be underestimated. It is a brief window, a sacred moment where what was delayed can be released, where prayers once suspended in silence can finally find their landing place. But windows are not permanent. A gate can open, and just as quickly it can close. This is why attention matters now more than ever. The signs are already present, and to ignore them would be to step back into cycles that no longer serve you. Duality is etched into this night. If you listen, if you open, if you allow yourself to step forward, the current of miracles can sweep into your life with ease. You may see blessings unfold as if the universe itself rearranged in your favor. But if you remain blind to the signals, the risk of karmic traps grows stronger. Old doubts, familiar patterns, subtle distractions, all will attempt to hold you back from the gate. Tonight does not forgive passivity. It calls for presence, for choice, for decisive awareness. Think of this night as a mirror reflecting your readiness. The reflection will not flatter or distort. It will simply reveal. It will show whether your heart is open or closed, whether your faith is alive or faint. And in that reflection, you will feel the weight of your preparation. For some, it will be overwhelming. For you, Virgo, it will be confirmation. You were born for nights like this, nights when heaven and earth conspire to remind you that you were never ordinary, that you carry the mark of one chosen to witness miracles firsthand. Stay with me, for as we walk through this message together, you will see the 3 signs that prove your miracles are not distant dreams, but close, hovering in the very air around you. By the end, you will not only recognize them, you will decree them into your reality tonight. Virgo, the reason tonight feels so charged is not because miracles suddenly appeared out of nowhere, but because you have been quietly preparing for them all along. Your life has been a steady rhythm of faithfulness, of effort poured into places where no one clapped, of discipline carried when it would have been easier to let go. The silence you endured was not punishment, it was training. The very seasons where you felt unseen were shaping you into a vessel that could carry the weight of blessing without breaking. Think back on the long nights when you gave your best and still felt overlooked. Remember the prayers that seemed unanswered, the doors that seemed to remain locked no matter how much you knocked. Those moments were not wasted. They were the chisels carving depth into your character. What felt like delay was really foundation. The roots of your destiny were being driven deep beneath the surface so that when the time of fruit came, it would endure storms without falling. Heaven has been watching, even when people were silent. Every act of loyalty, every decision of integrity, every step of endurance was recorded. Nothing slipped unnoticed into the void. Where others may have seen only quiet persistence, the unseen realm recognized preparation. And preparation always precedes revelation. You were not denied, you were being aligned. Now, that hidden labor begins to bear fruit. The veil between effort and result grows thin. What was once invisible is pressing into the visible. And while others may wonder how your miracles arrive so suddenly, you will know the truth. They are not sudden. They are the result of years sown in faith, finally reaching their appointed hour. Your journey has not been only for yourself. You have been breaking patterns that reached back through generations. The choices you made in silence, choosing patience instead of anger, generosity instead of scarcity, truth instead of compromise, have rippled into timelines beyond your own. That is why tonight does not only belong to you, it belongs to your lineage, to those who came before and to those who will come after. All of this leads to the moment you stand in now, Virgo. A night where the years of unseen sowing converge into the nearness of miracles. And as the air shifts, you begin to sense the outline of something greater, the mystical frame of this very night. October 15th is not simply another date. It is a night draped in sacred design, a mystical frame woven with threads both cosmic and unseen. The energy surrounding you now is what can only be called a miracle portal, a rare opening where the veil grows thin and the flow of destiny presses closer than usual. You may already feel the strangeness of the air, as though time itself is vibrating at a higher pitch, urging you to pay attention. This is no ordinary evening. It is a convergence written into the hidden script of your life. Astrologically, the vibration mirrors the pulse of a full moon, a moment of culmination when what has been hidden surfaces and what has been planted comes to fruition. Add to this the symbolism of a trine, a flow where doors open with ease and resistance melts away, and you begin to sense why tonight feels so fluid, so charged. For Virgo, an earth sign, this current grounds itself not in vague mystery, but in tangible reality. The miracles that draw near are not illusions. They are prepared, structured, waiting for your alignment. The early signs of this frame may already be brushing against you. Dreams filled with unusual clarity, images that refuse to fade with the morning. Chills moving across your skin when you think of something significant. Repeating patterns and coincidences that string together like pearls on an invisible thread. These are not accidents. They are markers of the miracle portal, confirmations that the fabric of your night is shifting. Yet, even as the intensity rises, fear has no place here. The weight in the air is not a warning of danger, but of opportunity. Do not misinterpret the heaviness of presence as threat. It is simply awareness pressing close, asking you to open your eyes wider. Awareness always overpowers fear. The moment you notice the signs and honor them, you step out of the trap of doubt and into the stream of flow. And now, as the blueprint of this night grows clearer, you are ready to see the signals themselves. There are 3 signs, simple yet profound, that reveal your miracles are no longer distant, but pressing against the very walls of your reality. The first one has already begun to flicker before your eyes. It hides in numbers that repeat and echo until you cannot ignore them. The first sign that your miracles are drawing close, Virgo, is written in the language of numbers. These sequences appear suddenly, repeating until they demand your attention. They are not random patterns, but sacred echoes, whispers of alignment from the unseen. When you notice them, it is as though the universe itself is confirming that your steps are guided and that the veil between you and your breakthrough is thinner than ever. You may see the number 111, a code of manifestation that reminds you your thoughts are creating pathways even now. It is the sign that what you hold in focus carries weight, urging you to choose wisely where your mind rests. Then comes 222, a signal of alignment and divine partnership, often appearing when union, cooperation, or balance is preparing to enter your life. Most powerful of all is 777, a number that marks spiritual miracles unfolding, a direct stamp from heaven that says, the flow has already begun. And if 1111 crosses your path tonight, know it as a gateway, a doorway of awakening that signals you are standing before a threshold moment. These numbers may flash on clocks, appear on receipts, show up in addresses or digital screens, each time accompanied by the sense that you were meant to notice. They are not there to entertain you, but to instruct you. The error many make is to dismiss them as coincidence, or to obsess over them without listening to what they are pointing toward. Numbers are not the miracle themselves. They are the signposts reminding you that the miracle is near. When you see them, pause. Take a breath. Whisper an acknowledgement, for even recognition is alignment. Say quietly, I see the signs of my miracle. Let the words root you in presence. This small act transforms numbers on a screen into living confirmations of destiny. It is not superstition, it is awareness. And as you pay attention to this first sign, you begin to notice how the world around you feels different tonight. The atmosphere itself shifts, carrying weight and electricity as though the air is alive with messages. This leads to the second sign, one that cannot be measured on a clock or a receipt, but only felt deep within your body and spirit. Numbers may speak clearly, Virgo, but they are not the only way heaven confirms that miracles are drawing near. The second sign rises from the very atmosphere around you, subtle yet undeniable. You may sense the air grow heavy with presence or charged with an electricity that makes your skin tingle. Sometimes it comes as a sudden wave of calm when everything outside appears unchanged, or as a rush of chills that arrive in moments too precise to ignore. These shifts are not coincidences. They are the atmosphere bending to announce that something larger is unfolding. Dreams often become carriers of this second sign. In the nights leading up to a breakthrough, the subconscious opens wider, and visions appear with startling clarity. You may dream of doors, water, or flights, symbols of passage, cleansing, and ascension. Sometimes you wake with a single phrase echoing in your mind, as if whispered directly to your spirit. These moments are not random fragments. They are dispatches, carrying instructions or reassurance, confirming that your miracles are within reach. Another expression of this sign is intuition. Tonight, you may feel a sudden knowing, a clear sense of what is right without needing proof. This is the voice within, sharpened by alignment, tuned to the frequency of the unseen. Too often, the mistake is to dismiss these feelings as imagination or chance. But miracles rarely shout, they whisper, asking if you will honor the quiet signals of their arrival. Consider the way a storm announces itself before the rain. The shift in the wind, the weight in the clouds, the silence of birds. These are not the rain itself, but the atmosphere preparing for it. In the same way, the chills, the dreams, the intuition are not the miracles, but the proof that the atmosphere of your life has shifted into readiness. The danger lies in brushing them aside, assuming they are nothing. But to treat them as sacred is to position yourself in alignment with the flow they announce. The atmosphere has changed, and when it changes, so must you. For the third sign is already waiting, and it does not come as a whisper or a chill, but as doors opening unexpectedly before your very eyes. The third sign that your miracles are near, Virgo, is found in the doors that begin to open without warning. These are not always grand, dramatic shifts. Often they come disguised as small opportunities, sudden invitations, or unexpected encounters. What looks ordinary at first carries within it the seed of something extraordinary. The miracle rarely announces itself with fanfare. Instead, it slips into your path as an open door, waiting to see if you will walk through. You may notice conversations unfolding that lead to new possibilities, messages arriving at just the right moment, or someone mentioning your name in a room you did not enter. These are not coincidences. They are alignments, pathways designed to move you closer to what you have prayed for. The universe does not force entry, it offers openings. The choice to step into them rests with you. Too often, hesitation is the enemy of blessing. Virgo's natural instinct to analyze every detail can sometimes lead to delay, and delay can close a door meant for you. The test is not whether you see the opening, but whether you trust it enough to step forward. Even the smallest act of courage, accepting the invitation, sending the reply, saying yes when your instinct agrees, can unlock a chain of events that reveal the miracle in full. Picture a key turning gently in a lock. The moment you say yes to the door, the mechanism of destiny shifts, and pathways open that would have remained hidden had you chosen fear. This is why the third sign is both confirmation and challenge. The openings appear, but they require faith to be received. When you encounter these moments, speak a decree over them. I walk into my open doors. Let the words anchor you in readiness. With each repetition, you remind yourself that hesitation is not your master, and that miracles often wear ordinary disguises. And when you combine the power of numbers, the shifts in atmosphere, and the openings in your path, you see the full picture of what this night holds. The signs converge, forming a pattern too clear to ignore. Yet knowing the signs is only the beginning. To receive the miracles, you must embody the protocol that aligns you fully with their flow. There was once a Virgo who lived much like you, faithful in discipline yet often overlooked. They moved quietly through their days, carrying the weight of responsibility with little acknowledgement. Doubt whispered that perhaps their life would remain ordinary, that miracles were stories for others, not for them. And yet, without warning, the signs began to appear, weaving a pattern that refused to be denied. The first came as numbers. They woke one morning to see 222 glowing on the clock, a number of alignment and divine partnership. Later that day, a receipt carried the number 777, a symbol of miracles already unfolding. And by night, 1111 appeared across a glowing screen, a gateway announcing that they stood before a threshold. These were not coincidences. They were confirmations, though at first they hesitated to believe. Soon after, the atmosphere shifted. They began to feel chills in still rooms, sudden waves of peace while walking alone, dreams filled with strange clarity. In one dream, they stood before a shining door, unable to ignore the sense that something waited on the other side. The air itself seemed to hum with expectancy, as if creation whispered their name. The third sign arrived through action. A small invitation appeared, one they might have dismissed before. This time, instead of retreating, they said yes. That yes opened doors to connections, opportunities, and blessings they could never have engineered. What once seemed unreachable unfolded naturally, like a river finding its path. The turning point came not from the signs themselves, but from honoring them. Lighting a single candle one evening, they whispered into the stillness, "I see the signs, and I receive my miracles." That decree sealed their choice, aligning faith with action. The miracles did not fall instantly, but from that night forward, everything shifted. Momentum grew, doors opened wider, and soon, what had been a distant hope stood as a living reality before their eyes. The moral is clear, Virgo. Signs do not exist to entertain you but to guide you. They are invitations waiting for your response. Like that Virgo who turned hesitation into faith, you too stand before the same call. And now, with signs already clear, the question becomes how to receive the miracles with intention and discipline so that they do not pass you by. To receive miracles is not a matter of waiting passively, Virgo, but of aligning your entire being to the flow already moving toward you. There is a sacred protocol, a rhythm that binds heaven and earth together. And when you walk in it, you become a vessel ready to hold what is given. The first movement of this rhythm is clarity. You must decide exactly what you are calling in. Write it as if it has already happened, present tense, full of conviction. A vague hope produces vague results, but a clear intention acts like a signal that heaven can respond to. The second movement is elevated emotion. Close your eyes and let yourself feel the miracle as though it were already here. Imagine the relief, the gratitude, the joy coursing through your body. Let your chest expand with the certainty that it belongs to you. Emotion is the engine of manifestation. It transforms words into vibrations that ripple through the unseen, drawing alignment closer with every heartbeat. The third movement is aligned action. A miracle does not erase your participation, it partners with it. Take one step today that reflects the life you are calling in. If you seek abundance, prepare your space, organize your finances, or invest in growth. If you seek recognition, share your work, allow your voice to be heard. If you seek union, open the door of connection instead of hiding. Even the smallest action signals that you are ready. The final movement is surrender. After you have spoken, felt, and acted, release control. Trust that the soil knows how to grow the seed. Do not dig it up with worry or demand immediate results. Light a candle and whisper a decree of release. I let go, and I trust the flow. Some choose to burn their written intentions safely, letting the smoke carry it upward. Others visualize a radiant door opening, stepping through in their mind. However you release, let it be an act of trust, not fear. Protect your alignment as you walk this protocol. Breathe deeply with the rhythm of 478 to calm your spirit. Wash with salt or burn incense to clear your space. Pray or affirm aloud to anchor your field. These simple acts are shields for the seed you have planted. And once you follow this rhythm, you will begin to notice the confirmations that prove the miracle is already drawing near. The signs of alignment reveal themselves gently, Virgo, like the first light before dawn. You will not always hear trumpets or see dramatic visions, but you will feel subtle confirmations that your miracle has already begun to move toward you. The most immediate sign is sensation. A wave of chills may pass over your skin without reason, or a calm peace may rise in your chest even when circumstances around you remain unchanged. These are whispers that the unseen has responded, evidence that your decree has been received. Numbers often follow, appearing again with precision that cannot be dismissed. 222 may surface to remind you of alignment and union. 777 appears as the mark of miracles already in progress. 1111 glows as a gate, confirming that you are standing in a threshold moment. When you see them, pause, breathe, whisper, "I see the signs." Recognition itself anchors the energy and expands its reach. Dreams may also carry the confirmations. You may wake with images of water, doors, or journeys, symbols of cleansing, passage, and movement. Sometimes the message is a single phrase, so sharp it lingers all day. Do not ignore these fragments. They are not random. They are the language of heaven, a quiet dialogue between your soul and the divine. If nothing appears right away, do not slip into doubt. Seeds often sprout in silence before breaking through the soil. Many experience their signs within 2 days, often through dreams or chance encounters that feel too precise to be accidental. Faith is not measured by instant results, but by the steadiness you maintain while waiting. To keep your alignment strong, create a daily rhythm. Begin each morning with one deep breath and one line of gratitude spoken aloud. Write a single affirmation in the present tense and keep it close to your eyes throughout the day. Perform one small act of order, lighting a candle, tidying your space, or extending kindness. These small disciplines form the scaffolding that holds the vibration steady. Guard your field by avoiding unnecessary drama, impulsive actions, or oversharing your process with those who may not understand. Protect what has been planted, and as you hold the signs with reverence, the final step awaits. Sealing your miracle with decree, speaking with authority what has already been set in motion tonight. Virgo, tonight you are not walking in uncertainty, but in divine certainty. October 15th is more than a date. It is a gate, a window of alignment where your preparation, your faith, and your courage converge into manifestation. You were never ordinary, and tonight proves it. The whispers of heaven, the signs etched into numbers, the shifts in atmosphere, the unexpected openings, all of them lead here, to the moment where decree seals destiny. You must remember that miracles are not distant hopes, but living forces pressing close to you now. The stillness you feel is not emptiness, but fullness, a presence waiting for your voice. The decree you speak becomes the bridge between unseen and seen, carrying the vibration of authority. This is not begging. This is claiming. You are not asking for permission to receive. You are declaring readiness to hold what is already yours. So speak it with courage. I receive my miracles tonight. Let the words leave your lips not as fragile hope, but as fire, anchoring into your spirit. Say it until your body believes it, until your heart burns with the truth that you are chosen to witness what others may only dream about. This decree is not simply for this night. It reverberates into every path ahead, shaping the landscape of your days to come. Do not keep it silent. Write it, comment it, let it be known. I see the signs. In doing so, you join your decree with others, weaving your voice into a chorus of faith that amplifies the current. Miracles multiply in shared vibration, and when your words meet the words of others walking the same path, the flow intensifies. This is how chosen moments expand into chosen movements. But know this, Virgo. Tonight is not the end. More gates will open, more signs will appear, more thresholds will call you forward. Yet October 15th will always stand as the night when you chose not to ignore the signals, not to shrink back, but to decree with boldness. See the image clearly now. The night sky above you, stars burning like portals, a cosmic veil parting to reveal your path. Step through without hesitation. Walk with authority, for your miracles are not near someday, they are near tonight.